Oop. What is going on, everybody? Hope you're doing well. Look at us with an early morning stream. This is for my EU fans. It kind of did something to me knowing you guys are staying up so late just to catch a live stream. So figured I can, audio check sounds good. I can go ahead and do a live stream a little more accommodating to your time, which awesome. It actually kind of works out because I'm not going to be on again later tonight. Mrs. Rabbit and I had plans, and those plans, unfortunately, she had to work. Got called in for it, so we canceled our plans, and then it turns out that she doesn't have to work, so we're back on. So great. Gonna hang out with her tonight. So we might do a Sunday stream. I'm not sure. I don't like doing the Sunday and then right into Monday. But we'll see. I don't know, maybe do a Monday, Wednesday, Friday. I don't know. We're going to see. But today we are talking to Donkey. I got a cat out there that wants to come in, but he can't. He's not allowed. So what are we doing today? Well, we got several things. We are always chasing these silly schematics that we still have to get. Although, good news, look at that. I spent the whole stream on on Wednesday trying to get this thing. Couldn't do it. This one came from Sentinel City. And we ended up going in right after the stream shut down. And I was like, let me do one more run because I was just cleaning things up and stuff. Went to it, got it. Of course. I did save the footage though, but so we could post that up. So I don't have to go into Sentinel City anymore unless we need pumps, which I've got a ton of, so we'll be okay. But we're, of course, going to be looking for those. We got another issue. Yikes. Wow. Haven't done them. This is still a holdover from last week. I did get down to 30 yesterday because I knew I was building up. I don't want them to disappear like that. So we did that. So we got a couple missions we got to do tonight before this timer hits 0. And you see me do that all the time. So I may not do that on stream. We'll do that later on tonight. Yeah, I don't know. Harco's won, which is good on them. Congrats, guys. We have been working on this just because we need Wydris's placeable swatch. So we'll get that. What else? There's another one that we were working on. Didn't see anything that was really super exciting in this batch of rewards, which is a shame, but you know what? Can't win them all. Things I'm on the lookout for is every now and then you get some dampened treads for the sandcrawler, sorry. And albatross wings, hummingbird wings, always on the lookout for those. I don't see anything coming up though. And all we've got left is the few. Oh, there it is. I've been doing that, I guess, for a bloodshot buggy engine. Why not? And some of these things haven't even populated yet, so oh, they might have. We just burst shot. Pin cushions. Oh, there we go. There's some albatross wings, but we got to do some combat stuff, which I don't need points for. So if I was at 0, maybe, but 35. Ugh. We might let those wings go. I had mentioned it last week, so we're going to actually do it this week. We're going to get our water resources refilled. Now, we're actually in fine shape as far as water goes. 2.5 million. Some people like more. I do all right with this. Kitty, no, you can't. So what I'm going to do is we're going to pull our blood bags out. We're going to collect as many Baron's blood bags as we possibly can. I've got one that's almost full. And we're going to see if we can get this set up so if we get the crazy idea to produce a bunch of stuff, make a bunch of things, or we need to. Not only will we have the water in tanks, but we'll also have bodies to throw in stills, and we'll have... He's not going to stop. He's not going to stop. Hold on. Oh, is it that important? It is? Yeah, do you feel better now that you're in? There's a whole group that everybody's home, dude. I love my pets. I really do. I'm not being sarcastic. I do love them. There's a price for that love, right? And now he's quiet. He just wanted in. Oh, there you are. Just hit the microphone. Did that shut it off? No? Okay. Hi. Yes, you're on stream. Let's say out. Let's say hi to everybody. Say hi, Pickle. Love you, dude. You don't look thrilled. We just pulled the headset out. All right, I'm going to put you down. There we go. He's going to jump back up. It's what he do. So, yep, I told you. Come on. Hey, man. Come on, dude. Killing me, Smalls. It's not just a stream thing. He does this all the time. He loves being part of the fun, so to speak. But anywho, I digress. Let's set that up so we can see that. That'll be fine. Perfect. Okay. So, what I do is we're going to the safety shelf and we're going to drop all of this stuff off except for bullets. We do need to keep some of them unless we want to go ahead and just commit ourselves to non-stop stabby stabs, which, you know what? Let's do that. We don't need darts that much. So we're going to transfer everything over to the safety shelf. Just noticed that we're running kind of low on welding wire there. I need that, unfortunately. Let's put you here, and then we'll go back to the safety shelf, and we'll drop that off. Perfect. All right, so now we are going to fill up on as many of these guys as we can. I have patterns. I have more patterns for those. I wonder if I should make more. I mean, why not? We're celebrating, right? It's getting to be about time where we are going to make a new base. Where are you? There you are. I can make 3 of them. Let's do it. The reason we want these is more blood for the same volume. Has Funcom ever responded to a ticket you've submitted? Yes, I think. I've submitted several tickets, and most of them are, I don't know if it's an AI response or if it's like a pre-programmed thing, but it's not a real person. It's an automated response to an issue. And I get that on their part. It's not the coolest thing, but you know, how many tickets do they get is the question. And the issue with that is how many tickets do they get that are BS? You know what I mean? Where it's just okay, let me explain that before it sounds like I'm a douchebag. Sometimes you perceive something and it's not the correct way. And you might feel as though like you got griefed or you were treated poorly or something bad has happened, etc. type thing. But it just looks that way. It wasn't that way. So, you know, reports that they get, I'll bring it up. A great point is when I was talking at the last stream that we had a Reddit post where a person was like, oh, I went out into the PvP deep desert just to check it out and scout, and then got attacked, and I told the guy I didn't have anything, and he still attacked me. You know, griefers are terrible. That's not a griefer. That's a guy doing what he's supposed to be doing. So if that guy filed a report, you know, I reported a player who blocked my deep. They have yet to respond. By the time they do, it'll be too late. Yes. So that issue, that is legitimate. If they're blocking your base, at least, I mean, if they just build it close to it, they can build to a certain point. But if they're like trying to encircle you or make your route being like the only way you can get out of your base, and they're trying to complicate that, that is, you know, bad things, and that's against the rules. What's up, Odd? How are you, buddy? I have gotten actual real people responses, but think about that situation. So I'm a content creator, very small, but I'm still a content creator. If I'm not streaming, 90% chance I'm recording anyway, because I've had so many cool moments that have just disappeared. Like, oh, that would have been great to show people, and it's gone. So usually before I head out, I do that. So now, oh, we're running. You'll see that instant replay is on. So it's capable of saving things. So when I filed my reports, one of them I did it and actually tagged the timestamp on my stream. And the other time the rig was running, so I just recorded what they did and sent that to Funcom. Cat's moving the window up. Filing a report and saying something is not as good as filing a report and sending a screenshot, which also is not as good as filing a report and being able to tag video and player name and things like that. So I was able, I mean, my initial, for both cases, my initial reports went through the AI automated response thing. And on one of them, I did eventually get to a real person. So you just kind of have to fight through the mess, so to speak. But to answer your question, yes, I've gotten a human response. Normally, though, if you file a report, it should have at least sent you some kind of a confirmation or something saying, hey, thanks for your report. We'll get back to you. Did they do that yet, IP? That'll be the question. Okay, where are we at here? That's all of them that we can make, so we're going to fill up the rest. I'll tell you. Are you for real? Really? Okay, well, I mean, it's fine. Yeah. He's standing on the jukebox. I don't know if you guys can see him back there. You can't see him real well. I know. Okay, so we got a bunch of barons in this. Running high on volume, but you know what? We're gonna... I can't do that because you can't even pick anything up. We're gonna have to drop... We'll drop 2 of them. That's gonna give us enough volume to, or space to pick up a body when we get it. And here, I don't know why this is in here, but these are full-size bodies. So we're gonna try to fill up this one, which has 2 little guys in it. Oh, let me show you what I'm talking about there, just in case. When you kill somebody and you pick their body up, I got the automated response. A few days later, a survey asked me how they did. They never responded to my concern directly. Is your base still blocked? If so, you know how to answer that survey. Be like, terrible, you didn't do anything. Which, the first time I did my, like when I responded to that survey, that's how I got a real person. I was irate, but here, these bodies are, as you can see, I'm pointing at the screen. Look, there, guys. 75 volume. That's how much a body is when you pick them up. But once you have achieved such great excellence as to hit level 58 in the gathering tree, bodies are half volume. Come on. There you go. And these two were some Masquerade that I found wandering and killed them. And now they're only down to 38. So we're able to double the number of bodies that we have. Yep, still blocked. You take a screenshot of it and include it in there, because that would definitely help. The automated system is a bit different when it picks up the fact that you have media attached, whether it's a short video or an image, beyond just text. Because it's kind of like, you know, like I said, you go to an investigator and be like, hey, somebody stole something from me. What? Oh, it was this thing. What'd they look like? Dude, when was it? The other day? You know, I mean, the more vague you are, the harder it is for them to put the resources to doing it. So, all right, so we're committing to just the stabby stabs. That's okay. That's what we do. Melee is my main choice for weapons, simply because it can deal with everybody. Even shielded people, you can push it through, and doesn't cost any ammo. You attached a screenshot. That's interesting. Yeah. Unfortunately, it looks like since it's Saturday, unless you know what I would suggest, here's what should happen. If you apply the same thing again, see if it comes back and says, hey, you've got an active ticket. See if you have the, if you submit it again, it should come up and say, oh, you've got an active ticket going on. If it doesn't do that and they just send you the automated response saying, oh, hey, you know, we'll look into it, then it looks like it may have been closed, but continue to post it. Were you able to create another exit? Because, I mean, theoretically, that might be what you have to do. If you can't get out, you can go out and take the building tool and make another exit. And possibly another way of getting out. I don't know what the situation is. But let's take a look at our inventory. She's clean. There's one thing we need to do, man. We're not going to be out there for long, but let's go ahead and grab a fuel cell and make sure she should be full, because I tend to do that, but let's see. Too many buttons. Oh no, it wasn't full. What a bad person I am. I can fly out but not use my buggy. Can you make like another hole in a different wall though? Like on the backside, or a side ramp or something like that. Even if you, I don't know what your base looks like, but if you can extend it and expand beyond that, that might be your only recourse. I mean, you know, the only thing we can do is report people that do stuff like that. I don't mind, you know, if somebody's messing with me. Doesn't bother me. Even when they kind of go a little too far. But whatever. But when they start doing stuff like that, I mean... And the funny thing is that if you... say you build another base to block them as retribution, then they can report you. And you can get in trouble. If you're a hockey fan, that's kind of a thing they talk about. Oh, Spice Bloom. That's kind of a thing they talk about, is the refs usually don't see the first penalty, they see the second one. They see the retribution, or the reaction one. Okay. So we're looking for crash ships in this area, but I'm not seeing them. So let's go say hi to the Masquerade. Yes and no, IP. We don't know how many. I mean, well, we know that there's quite a bit. when you look at the ticket that you first responded with, if you do another one, it's going to have a different ticket number. And that shows you how many tickets have happened between your first report and the second. And you'd be surprised how many they are getting. And I can also understand that, you know, sometimes it's hard for them to respond to everything. But if you just have to make it, you just have to make it impossible for them not to respond. Squeaky wheel gets the greasing, you know? Click. There's no people around here. But there is a box, and that box does have stuff. So, yeah, it takes them a while to care, but once you get to somebody that will care, they will take a look at it. I do, you know, I have an advantage. Like I said, the rig's always running. The 2 reports I did would have qualified for, oh, that's fun. Do we not get warnings anymore, weather lady?
Sector weather alert. A large sandstorm is approaching.
It's one of the issues with being this close to the wall. On private servers, you can turn like worms and weather off. And I always thought that was kind of weird. It was like, hello, this is what the whole point of this world is, you know? Like, we don't want to do that. And East, man. But man, I can understand why people do. I mean, at first it was, you know, cool and everything. Now it's just a hassle. It's just a hassle. Kitty, come on, man. There was no reason for him to do that. No. No, no, no. No, no, no. Get down. Get down. Come on. Keep going. Keep going. Come on. There you go. Okay. Now we're back in action. Eventually. Oh. So I think these are people. Uh-oh. People. It wouldn't be attached to that, so oh, there's some people camping out. Interesting. Missed your shot. Where's your friend? There she is. Come on, hurry up.
Shield on.
Yeah, look at that.
Eyes on enemy.
And stab. Okay, so we got these 2 dingleberries down, and we're going to hit this button. Let's take a look here. So we're at that much, 24,000 of 30. Scoosh. And scoosh. So we're getting tons. 24,000. We're getting 12,000 from each person. And now we I don't really need any of that stuff. So we'll just pick up the body, and I should have a cat. I did not. Okay, so I did not have enough space to pick up the body. So when I did, it put it over here. And there we go. It's early morning, guys. So we're going to put that over there. And I'm going to actually stick this one over here. So that should open up enough space for me to grab two. I'm hoping. I hear him back there. Oh my gosh. What are you tearing up? Boop. And then we'll come over here to the light. Only going to grab the fancy stuff. That's weird. It pulled all of them over. So when I hit the quick transfer, pulled all the blood bags because I stuck one of them in here. So, yeah, I hear you tearing stuff up back there. I know. I'm not happy about it, but that's not going to make you stop, is it? So what I have to do from here on out is I have to make sure that I manually bring them over. No fun. And then this thing I missed for months and months. I made a video about doing this route for the diamondine dust and the carbide scraps, and then somebody told me, you know, there's a dude right over there. And I was like, no, I was not aware of that. We're still running high. Seems high. This is actually hard for me to fly. The assault is cool, but man, she's so... I love the scout with the thruster on it. Being quick and zipping around like I do. This place isn't really worth it as far as these go, because one chest, and there's a lot of bad guys. You could hear the one guy yelling at me. But for collecting bodies, it's great. Huh? There's one. And you got Fancy Boy here. He's down. There's one more. There's a sniper back there, but we're gonna... Oh, come on. Whoa! Uncalled for. Okay. So we'll get that sniper in a second. But once you come running in here, you want to make sure that you're picking up dead people in the order you killed them. You do have plenty of time, but let's not let them despawn. Grab that body, and then we'll come over here. We got both of these two, so we're going to get you. And I think... Can I pick you up? Oh, my backpack is full, though. I wonder, did it work? Oh, that's not... Oh, it didn't work. Alright, we're going to solve this problem. I at least want to be able to grab two. Alright, so we'll bring this up so we don't click the button by accident. Let's bring you over here. And you're out of here now. So that hopefully left us enough. If not, we're going to clear out some space. Now we should be able to pick up two. Good. And let's violate the exact thing I said just a second ago, because this was the most recent kill. But I'm not running too far around. There's the body. Let's get the blood. I don't think I've got enough space. Here's another thing. This guy's dead. He's going to despawn. His timer runs as soon as he falls down. I don't know how long it is, but it's all right. It's just not that long. If you need to, if you try to pick him up... Oh, I could pick him up. Damn. All right, this guy. His timer's already going. If you want to just get over there and get back, but you're not sure if he's going to survive it. Make sure we get our blood. You're about to get killed. I'm going to hit the button, and even though I can't pick it up, as you see, there it is, that restarts that timer. So if you're out collecting bodies, that is a good way. Oh, wrong key. Good God. And then we'll switch that out, and that should be great. Let's go pick that last one up, and then we're going to kill Sniper Boy because he's feeling a certain way about his friends. Don't blame him. Boop. Alright, yep. How you doing? And this is a nice little area for them. I mean, there's like 5 here. I will tend to skip this if I'm just going for carbide scraps and diamondite dust. I'll just land right there, grab this, and disappear. You and you. And we're not full yet, so let's keep on rocking. It's a little tough in an assault. I was hoping to get all the way through that, but you know how hope goes. This is one of the best spots to go for this route because there's 2 boxes and 2 bad guys. You're dead. She was going to try to punch me. I could see it. I saw that animation starting. Now, you're going to become water. I'm not going to run my mouth. You were just being you. Pick it up. And pick it up. Go. And there's a box here. There's a couple of these. Good. Oh, wait. Forgot the money. I always grab the money. And more. What are these good for? Tier 6 weapons, armor, and vehicles. You'll need diamondite dust and carbide scraps for. This area here is a bit of a fight. No, I'm running. Oh, that worked out better than I thought it would. Not completely well, but good enough. And because I have no respect for these guys, we're just going to stop. Pull that while we're getting shot at. Same thing. Cool. All right, let's get back over here. Oh. It's pretty good. Look at that. So we will switch these out. This can get a little dicey, depending on who's here.
Shields up. Well.
You should have shot me a while long ago, man. What the heck? All right, we'll call it a win. 1, 2, and 3. I'll take them. You died first. Nothing else fantastic there. Oop. This is really a gross concept if you think about it. Almost hit my face on that crane. Shoot. I tapped. Tapped when I shouldn't have. We are getting really full, though. Okay, so we got at least one more solid run here before we have an issue. And I'll show you what we're going to do there. I don't use Bindu Sprint. I know that's a decent one for this type of situation, but I'll take that. Okay. There we go. That was a good one. Got all the way out here. Okay, so now we have hit the max with the old workhorse here, but we still got quite a few blood bags left to go. So what I'm going to do is we're going to sacrifice the not being able to carry multiples, and we're going to bring some of these back over, because I would much rather have to go one at a time and be able to fill this with as many bad guys as we possibly can. Could go up top there. There's some fancy stuff from a guy, but we're kind of looking for peeps, not fancy items right now. That's the next spot we're going. Is that the ghoul lady? I think it is. I don't know why she keeps showing up for me.
My familiar stranger returns. I have a contract that needs attention in Misa Toril. A sandfly requires swatting.
This always said sandfly, but then it was a masquerade person. We'll accept it. Why not, right? Wow. This is where it'd be nicer to have
Who goes there? I require backup.
bullets, or a yeah, some type of bullet. I got one more. Come this way. Come on. Waits less to run. I'm a monster. So I should only be able to carry one of these guys. And since we're right here, I'll go ahead and grab you. I think we can still get two, can't we? Yeah. Yeah, see, it says there's a sandfly that needs swatting, and now she's telling me to go kill a masquerade leader. I know I'm caring too much about the semantics. We're going to leave everything else here. I don't need to open up that spot. I'm about to fill it with douchebag right up here. Did I already do this? Nope. It's good. What's up, Lucas? No, you're not the only person who's faced. Did you do the Duke Leto quest once you reach level 19, standing with the Atreides? Is it tough? It is not tough. Not at all. If you've gotten yourself to that point, you should be able to do it. Honestly, it's more of a morality quest than it is difficult. It's just like any other mission that you're going to go through. There's a lot of bad guys. You gotta do what you're doing, but yeah, it's more of a morality test than anything else. So, but now you'll be able to do it, man. If you've gotten to that point, you'll be able to do it. That's there. Yep, that's probably gonna make. All right, let's double up. We're gonna go kill that leader. No good way to get there with this, though. I do like it when the quest is right beside, right beside you. This you have to be careful with. You go flying through this area, get yourself electrocuted, and it is an instant down. We don't care about those two. Come on. There you are. Yeah, let's do this. Pretty cool. We'll take your money. And your body. Too many buttons. 68. Yeah, we can take one more. So we'll go kill one of these guys. Hey, you. I think there's one more here, so I'm probably going to get shot at, but we'll... Yep, there he is. Oh, you're fancy. Here, come back to my ship. How far can I get you? I can get you to the base of the stairs, right? Oh, glitchy. I'm a terrible player. Oop. Oh my goodness. Alright. So I could put one in, and then we gotta take one of these out. Got that. And there's one laying on the ground back here. That's gonna be the end of it. So maybe 35, 40 minutes. I've been kind of yapping as well. Squish. Pick up. And we'll go ahead and see what's in here. I'll take those. Then we'll run the wrong direction. I don't see any crash ships, but... And then I'll just continue to do this until we fill those boxes up. And eventually, much quicker getting the blood bags filled than it is getting the body box filled. So eventually we get to the point where we're not harvesting the blood anymore. Why are we doing all this? Well, like I said, if you actually start producing tons of stuff, you'll find that you go through things very quickly. Very, very quickly. I mean, you'll go through the water and the resources very quick. Especially with you doing like plastanium or large amounts of spice. So we're going to go in the wrong direction here. Actually, it wasn't the wrong direction. It's just not the one we wanted to go in right now. So we come back here, and this is my blood scavenging bag. And I'm going to go ahead and drop these down because I like keeping things normal. And... Yep, alright. Can just tap the button. So there we are. We got 2 more to fill, plus we've got quite a few of these. My goal will be to just do the exact same thing that I just did right now until this box is full and that box is full. So, when we have a moment like we did... Oh, I got one in there too. When we have a moment like we did out in the deep desert where we were just constantly burning through the water faster than I think that last week in the deep desert was the fastest I've ever gone through water. So I was quite surprised and, if we're going to be honest, ill-prepared. I guess I didn't think I had it in me to do that much, but so what we'll do is once we start making water or start needing to make water, I'll grab these guys and I'll run over here and we'll stick them in this machine and just build this. Now, each one of those Baron's blood bags carries 30,000. And this machine can only process 24,000 at a time. So we'll pick them all up, we'll dump it, and then just let them run. And that makes more water. And we'll still be able to put those bodies in the death stills and still be able to get the exact same amount. I don't know why, but I'm not complaining, that we would normally. So it's just extra water for those times when we are making tons and tons and tons of stuff. So I'm going to put this here and we'll drag that and we'll put that there. These guys have to go downstairs and the rest of the stuff we're going to pick up because we're going to go do some other things. There we go. Come on, man. Ooh. I gotta do something here real quick. Oop. Okay. Close. There. Yay. That's done. Oh my goodness. Hold on 1 second for me, guys. I still got to post up that I'm not going to be streaming tonight. I got to remember to do that. Okay. Let's see. We're going over here, I think. Took some items out of this because it was getting kind of full. This is just basically a dump box where I put all the stuff that I collect here. As you can see, we're doing pretty well on both of these items. I make that run often. Like I said, most of the bodies in the boxes are Masquerade. They know what they did. And rock on. So now we're going to go look for those schematics, see if we can find some crashed ships. We might do a little bit of siege hopping, just in case. I just remembered that I'm a little low on welding wire, but we'll fix that. We're going to have a video coming out very soon. Hopefully this week if I can get it done. It's just life and the world and everything else. But it's basically about your attire, because I'll watch and I'll see comments in the chat on my server. People asking about, you know, what they... Oh, I let that go too far. What they should do. And the question here is, what do you wear? You'll notice I run around mostly in this forge armor set, just because it's got a little bit of mitigations here and there. Works out for me. I do the light armor because I like to dodge and use maneuverability. What server do I play on? It is Odin, North America. We're doing a little early stream here for some of our viewers from the UK and Spain. EU in total, actually, but yeah, so this isn't a normal time for me to be on. I mean, if it becomes successful, heck, we might do it anyway. But yeah, so I wear light armor most of the time. I do carry my still suit with me, and I carry a radiation suit. So your options are to wear a still suit, to wear light armor, you could wear heavy armor, a radiation suit, or absolutely nothing. You take all this stuff off. Like a radiation suit, obviously, if there's radiation around, you're going to need to wear it so that you don't die. I like the light armor over the heavy armor because I'd rather dodge than tank damage. but both are going to work in the same way. Unless if you're like not good at dodging or not maneuverable, then you might want to go with a heavier armor. When do you wear a still suit? I wear a still suit when people aren't shooting at me. So if I go out to compact spice or flower sand, still suit. If I'm building my deep desert base, still suit. Anytime darts are coming or people are trying to stab me, I'll wear armor. If that doesn't happen, still suit. The last option is people you'll see that drop all of their stuff. Usually you'll see that in the deep desert. They do that because they want to be safe from losing all their gear if they get killed. If you're out there collecting spice and somebody comes down and lands beside you on a field and they're running around in their underwear, you should leave. I understand the reasoning behind it. You're just being safe, you know? You just, that way if something bad happens, you don't pay as heavy a price as you could. The problem with that is you may not be in that same situation. You might have gear that you would prefer not to lose. And for the most part, it's kind of easy to control worm sign and aggressions and sunstrokes and all that stuff. You just gotta, monitor it. But somebody who's coming in being like, hey, I stripped down to nothing, so that way if I lose everything, it doesn't matter. I leave because I don't need them risking my stuff. I am not as I'm not equipped as the same way as you. So, my God, big truck. So this is a ship that we're potentially looking for. I'm looking for a, I think it's called the Shadow Hood. Let's see what we can find. Oh. What do you think? There isn't even a schematic in here. So in this case, we're just going to take the things we want. I always like slag and the machines. Some industrial pumps are great. Calibrated servox. The rest of this stuff, I can do without. There wasn't even a pattern. Are we in Shoal? Yeah, no, we're still Mesa Tyrell. So this would be the one. The thing we're going after is a Shadow Hood, and it comes from this area. If it's in Shoal, that's going to be a different tier. And here we are again. Come on, man. It is this thing, and it is an aluminum product. Shoal is not an aluminum area. Shoal is a duraluminum area. So ships out there, any further south, ain't gonna cut it. This is basically the aluminum area right in here. So that's what we're looking for. But unfortunately, no. Not particularly dangerous, so be okay. I mean, anytime you do a crash ship, it is risky, especially if you don't see it coming down, because you don't know how long it's been there, and you don't know how long it's going to be before a worm comes to try to eat it. So, approach with caution. But once you get used to doing it, it's not too bad. That being said, I have been coming towards ships just as a worm comes up and eats it, and I'm like, oh, okay, sorry about that. And we are once again heading towards our favorite testing station. I've done this so many times now, we don't have to look at the map, we can just fly directly to it. Holy cow. That glitched. So there's still quite a few patterns in here that we need to get. So that's why we're here. But we are solidly in the run-through stage. Probably not going to use those guns, but I want to make sure they're loaded. I have a habit of running around with empty guns or half. We're going to try to just, hey, look, somebody put a respawn beacon down. Let's see if we can just get through this sucker real quick. Don't talk to me.
You've entered.
Oh, I thought it worked.
I see eyes on enemy.
Now, under normal circumstances, I would say to fight your way through here. I mean, come on, this is what this game's all about. But this is probably the 20-somethingth time that I have done this, and I just don't have it in me to keep fighting my way in and out of this place. Boy, they're following me. See that? And it's Masquerade, so you know how much I like killing them.
Shield the lightning one. Gotcha.
Ah, look at that. Two of them. We ran right into it. Oh, hey. Nope. No, come on. Thank you. We're in a bit of trouble here. Nothing too fancy, but... Oh, you guys split up. That was... Oh, nicely done, dude. Didn't work for you, though. Big game changer for me in this game, access granted, was this. I got a new mouse, and it's got thumb buttons, so it's not just the normal ones. So my dodge is on my mouse, or dash, depending on what you want to look at it. That was huge. That was real huge. The testing stations in the deep desert different, easier to the ones on the overland map. The deep desert ones not have the big bosses. Hey man, sorry, I just realized it's Saturday. I should have been here an hour ago. Ah, it's alright, dude. I did this strictly for you, and you didn't even show. No, I'm just kidding, man. Don't worry about it. Okay. Are the testing stations in the deep desert different, easier? Different, yes. Easier, maybe. The ones on the overland map, you can set the difficulty. So, and it tells you like duraluminum, Plastanium plus, whatever. Just go in, and if it's really hard to kill everybody, you know you're doing it wrong. Well, you're not doing it wrong, it's just you're not quite ready for it. But they have a difficulty that you can set. So I could go in and do them on level 1, and it's not hard at all. I could do it on level 10, and it's rather difficult. I could do it on 20, and it's a chore. And then I can do it on level 40, and I can't make a single mistake. So they're settable. So it just depends on what you do as far as the overland map, how you set them. Testing stations in Haga are your base level testing stations, and for whatever area they're in, for instance, this is an aluminum phase 1, I should be able to clear this with aluminum tier gear. So it just matches the area that it's in. Coming in here with Plastanium level gear, it's why I can go in and one-shot people and not pay attention to them. When you go to the deep desert, row A, that first little row, is still a duraluminum range of enemies. So you'll be able, if you can one-shot people here, you'll be able to do the same thing out there. They're not that difficult. That is just A. Beyond A, they usually have like a set of close testing stations and then farther ones. The farther ones used to be in the PvP section. Now the deep desert is only, you could be PvP or PvE, but they still kind of maintain that. Those first testing stations that are closer to the shield wall are going to be Plastanium level. The ones further out are going to be like Plastanium plus. So it goes in varying degrees, and the idea, which we're supposed to do, which of course we don't, is, you know, you do all the stuff here, then you go out to the deep desert. You do aero, you get a whole bunch of cool gear, better stuff, make some plastanium, get yourself some better armor, go to the next set of testing stations, clear them, get some better stuff, go out to the final one, and then you're just kicking ass wherever you go. So that's a difficult question, but look at it this way. Haga is your baseline, row A of the deep desert is your next step up, and then the ones that are out in the sand are your next step up from that. And then finally it's the overland ones that you can basically set the dial to. So they can be difficult, they can be easy, just depends on what you're going after. The higher difficulty, the better the gear drops and the potential loot. But honestly, still, the community doesn't really see it improving after level 20. If you do it on level 20 and then you do it on level 40, 40 is incredibly harder. You'll probably die and lose some durability on your gear, and the drops aren't going to be worth the effort. So most people don't go beyond 20. I think a lot of people do them at 19 and they don't even hit 20. That helps, thank you. After we get sand crawling, I'm ready to dip my toes into the deep desert shipwrecks and testing stations for loot. Not quite the overland ones yet. Yep. You might actually be able to do the overland ones, but the bosses at the end, those are the real tricky parts. And you do have to be careful with your deep desert testing stations, especially the ones that are further out. Did I grab the thing? Yeah, I did. Let me finish this out, and we'll actually head out there. And oh my god, I've been in there so long yapping. Oh my gosh, now the door's locked again. Haha. Oh, shotguns don't work from a distance, do they? Access granted. Stood in there so long yapping that the bad guys respawned. We're here at the end right now, so. Alright, this is why we came here. Let's make this, make it worth it. Come on. That's a maybe, guys. I don't know. Oh, you're fast. Holy cow. Did you see that? She covered that distance so fast. What are you? Rattler Booster Mark IV. I think I already got that. I think... let's see. This will be the Mark IV stuff, right? Yep. Boo. All this other stuff could have come from here. Well, not all of it, but a bunch of it. So we'll grab this and we'll do it again. We're not going to do it again. I mean, we'll do it again later. And I can't stress enough to do it this way. Do the testing station once to continue the quest line, and then wait until you're a little stronger before you start trying to farm them for the drops, because it can be quite a fight. Concentrate on your combat point. Yes, absolutely. That's also another thing that's kind of hard for me to judge, because I've grown used to, I maxed out my combat to 100. So I'm getting that 100 bonus damage and 50% mitigation. But also, let's point this out. Under combat skills, I don't have a lot of them. I do the stuff that gives you like the max stamina. More stamina is always good. Even just sometimes see me run out of stamina, even with everything pointing the way it needs to. But here, like, I don't do the foil and I don't do the Eye of the Storm. I used to. Dance of Blades was fun. Under Trooper, like, I don't have all of these things. So I'm not completely built for combat. But I do have points in the stuff that I normally do. For instance, I do a lot of sniping, so... Yep, everything becomes easier with the combat points. Yep. I do focus more on like, okay, so here, sandcrawler yield, right? I use my sandcrawler all the time. Over here is compaction. I don't do compacting that much, so I don't put any skill points into it. Vehicle mining, love doing that all the time. I don't do the analysis mode as much. I mean, I do, but I don't. Not as much as I do in the vehicle. So, you know, I point my points there. But I've got a lot more exploration and resource gathering based points than... I'm going to click off this. Okay, that worked. Yeah. Sorry, guys. Still, we made it all the way through last stream, but we did not get to that. Put up here. Yep. Okay, method GG. Oh, actually, we'll do this. My God. Dune Awakening. We'll do the house locations, and then we'll go desert map. Desert map. Okay. So, method GG does a great job of this, and it lists out all the locations. It'll show you where the big spice fields are, shows you where the islands are. This actually is horrible because that is going to clog the crap out of this area. But like I was saying, you've got shipwrecks and testing stations all along a row here that you can go to. They're going to be still kind of duraluminum phase. This is the step into plastanium. So you'll be able to do these if you have duraluminum to your gear. It'll be difficult, but you can do it. Anything with plastanium should be fine. Then you have these guys here, which are a little bit harder than here. And then you have these two, which are much harder. But you got to be careful with these things because some of them, like here, you're locked in for 5 waves of enemy, and it could be a lot. It can be a lot. The first time I went in one of those, I was very ill prepared. I did not have enough healing stuff, and I was wearing my stupid little still suit. because I walked into the room and I was like, oh, I probably shouldn't be here. And then I was like, yeah, I shouldn't be here. I got to the final wave before I was like, dude, I can't do this. I'm not geared sufficiently to make this happen. They don't change in Aero. Crash ships, I believe they don't change. Where are we at? 1? Oh, we're in 2. Okay, so... Hey, look, there's somebody else. Hello, other person. Looks like we're gonna have a friend. So we're gonna go ahead and run in here. Now, you gotta be careful because deep desert storms are bad. If you have a respawn beacon, it's better to pocket this and go in. I don't plan on being here that long. So we're just gonna zip on in here. I didn't have to make this staircase that long, you know? So these are usually in the Aero. They're very short and sweet, comparatively. You don't have to deal with waves of enemies and things like that. We're going to come over here. As you can see, I can still... Aha! That guy punched me. Cat, get down. Wee. So, you see here, I am trying to talk, sir. This is pretty standard to what we were just doing. Hey, look at you up on the table. Never seen him up on the table like that. Okay. We have come all the way over here just to get this little item. Boop. And in the chest here, you'll find your standard stuff for testing stations. You know, money, some of these. Out here, you're going to get thermoelectric coolers. Those are for tier 6 gear. So, good to get those. But we came all the way over here just for that. We don't need to pay attention to anything else. There are still bad guys running around, but we don't care. And that little armband gave us access to this door. Ah, I don't want it.
Incoming. Identify your
Come on, man. Come on, dude. Okay. Ooh. You guys fancy. Alright, so we're going to try to split them up. That worked. That's that. And we got 2 more, I believe. 3 more. 1, 2. This guy's got a pretty good rate of fire going, doesn't he? There we go. That did get a little hectic. But what was it? 1, 2. There was 2 melee people, 2 of the big guys, and at least 2 shooters. So when you just cowboy in here like I did, I'm a little over geared and a little overstatted for this thing. Depending on where you're at, it could be hectic, but it's not that bad. You know the area you're in because of the spice infused reward. So this is considered a duraluminum testing station. I got a Knight Rider booster Mark V. I don't think I need that, but just in case, we'll take it. I always take these. Decent amount of money, and again, more thermo coolers. Not the pattern I would have hoped to get, but okay. And every week you'll be able to get some of these, which is intel points, which helps you with your skills. so you can do more researched items. But even compared to like the testing station we were just in, back in Hagen, the Odom, this is so much shorter. But it can still be a fight. That's also why I like wearing the light armor, because I can dodge and slide and dodge and move and do all sorts of crazy stuff like that. So I get longer running around with melees. Personally, I've always preferred to be able to dodge a hit than tank it. Just, you know, that's my personal preference. If you're the other way, awesome. Go for it. These are the crashed ships. The wreck of the Hyperbatas. And these are going to be a little confusing. Some of these, it takes some time to get through. If you're familiar with Shoal, I'm just going to grab all of that right there. This is how the shipwrecks are in Shoal. Not all of the shipwrecks out here are like this. Put my shield on before I get killed. Inside of here, there's a nice little chest, and we got ourselves Mendak's chest piece. As you can see, this is made with duraluminum, so this is a duraluminum level thing as well. It's not a bad piece. That's heavy armor. I don't wear it, but it's not a bad piece. And some new standard stuff. Also might be good because this might be the first time you're starting to see some of the higher grade weapons like the adept levels. So if this is better, even though it's broken, take it. Some of these shipwrecks will be... there's another chest over there, but I don't need it. Some of these shipwrecks are going to be simple and little, like that. Some of them will be much more involved. And there are also some specific... where is it? Oh, Kitty's on it. I need to move this, please. Can I have this? I know. I'm just messing with you the whole time. I need Tarl soft step boots. And they come from the testing stations and shipwrecks and stuff that are in this A row. So that's where I need to be going in order to get it. We got to go over this way, though. Because even though we flew in on the far left, we do come in the middle of the far left. So this is the A2 section. So we're going to come over here because there will be another testing station on this side, as well as a shipwreck. So this is interesting because this is technically the same ship, I believe. This should be just like what we just did because it's a busted position. Oh, look, there's bad guys. Definitely don't want to cut her right. Not yet, anyway. There's quite a few bad guys up here. Okay. I knew she was going to dodge out of that. Good on you. You're not getting out of this one, though. So what I'm basically doing is there's a guy back there shooting a bunch of bullets. So that's why I moved over here, so that now I'm out of his line of sight, so I could deal with her without him getting involved. And now it's just you and me, buddy. Rock and roll. This is the same setup, like I said, from the last one. There should be an explosion going off pretty soon. Nice little chest here, and... we needed soft step boots. We got them. I'll just stand in the fire. I don't care. Yikes. Come I think I can stand here and do this. So that's it. It's right there. Right beside the Taro Cut Array. So hooray, we got one. Awesome. It's cool. They have the same worm threat as like the soft step, like the Tabur or Tabur. It's just better armor value. Now you'll notice this bad boy here is much longer than the little ones that we just did now. These guys get confusing. Ouch. Okay, so when you first come up, there's broken part here and broken part up here. Hi. Same thing, we're just going to deal with these guys. Okay. This one's a pain in the butt if you don't know what to do. I'm going to help you. No one helped me, so I muddled through this. You got to get in this door. But you can't get in this door because the key thing is right there. So you got to get in there before you can get through this door. And the way you do that, spoiler alert, you go up here, and there are bad guys up here. They're over there. But they don't seem to care right now. So we're going to do this, and we're going to open this door, and we're going to open this. Boom. This opens up the next section of the ship, and we actually have to get in there because, there you go, you can see it just at the end. That's where the fancy chest is. There's a set of stairs here that's actually kind of cleverly hidden because you might just be running quickly. There'll be a box down here. It's got some money and some coolers. And you come around and you're like, crap, this is not where I need to be. What is going on? There's actually a hatch in the back. Oop. Take the money. Now we're in this room. So you kind of have to go almost towards the end, go down the stairs and just follow the loop around and make sure you fall down that hatch. Once you pick this up out of here, and you're going to redo exactly what you just did. There's those people I said that I didn't want to deal with. Now we're going to come in here. There'll be a bit of a fight in here. Some of them heavy chain gunners or maybe a flamethrower person and some regular people. So that, it's just become second nature for me to dodge backwards as soon as they start doing that stupid blast. 1, 2. See, I did it too soon though. And he falls down. This is actually where I got a screenshot for one of the videos I did recently. Just this map of apparently Caladan. And here we go. What are you? Batige still suit garment. I think it's a good one. I wore that for a while before I got my Marrakeb thing, and then now we got Valaris. But yeah, these are good. I'll take the money. And then we just backtrack. Eventually. I don't need to kill them, so we're gonna go spend some time here. This is a little challenging. It's not too bad. The rewards are semi-decent, but it helps prep you for what you're gonna be doing later. And now let's talk about this. We'll go back to the map. Let me close that off. Yep. One of the best things in the deep desert for you to do is this right here. The large loot caves. That, honestly, I think is where you should start when you come out here, and I'll show you why. So this one is in B, and I'm going to hit buttons. It's in B3. Right, so let's go back, go to the map, That's B. That's C. Okay. So it's going to put us right around, it looked like it was right on the border. So let's go ahead. I think I did that right. Now we're just going to lunge. Ooh, we got all nasty there. Some water. How am I already at high altitude? Holy cow. Oh, because I was way up on top of that ship. Gotcha. Yeah, it's B3. Okay. And then this, I think, is going to be the last thing we do because I got Mrs. Rabbit waiting. These caves don't show up every week. All that stuff in Aero does. I glanced over those caves thinking they were bigger because there's just more caves in that area. Nope. These things are actually really awesome. I think it's probably going to be there. Yeah. I think I was shooting a little too low with where I was at. Alright. So if you look on the map, you won't see it until there. So now the map shows up. And if I look on the map, it should have been there. Nope, I haven't discovered it yet. There are two ways to get in. This one. And... nope, not this one. So this cave's a little different than other ones. Let's come in here. So we're going to go up the stairs and down here. Put your shield on. You gotta cut through this door. Slice. And that should be it. That should really be all we have to do. So we're gonna come around here. We're gonna make it to the left. To this. That guy's mad at us. We're gonna jump up here. And we're coming in this room right here. This is where the chest is. We don't have to fight anybody. And the reason you want to come through here is because of that right there. This can also be a better than a Mohanda Sandbike Mach 6 motor. This can be a compact compactor. Can be a buggy boot. That's where I get my Bellari stillsuit garments is from here. That I still wear right now. And you don't have to do anything. And even if you're a tad bit underpowered, this can help build you up. You'll get some plasteel components, these things if you need them, but otherwise there are more things in here. There's like a chest down here, I believe. Yep, it's just got some basic items. These guys aren't that tough, but they are a little harder. And see, it's taking 3 shots to kill these guys. There could be a chain gunner down here too. But if you don't need that stuff and you don't want to do the fight, you literally just come down. There's only one way. There's only one way in. And when you round this last corner, the cave you want to go to is right up there. So I just come around here. Once we get clear of the cave entrance, just jump up, go in here, grab the stuff, turn around. Half the time they don't even know you're there, or if they do, they're terrible. well, but yeah, I think we have to replace it. We've tried updating it. We tried some firmware things. We tried changing the position. We got a new cable. It still goes out. I still have a few things that I want to check to make sure it's not a keyboard issue that I'm accidentally doing it. But yeah, that map is great. So A row is static. B row to I row changes weekly. Yep. So there are some patterns, like I said. The soft step boost was one of them. A Storm Rider boost comes from the testing stations and caves and the ships in that A section. So I still have a lot to do there as well. But yeah, think about it. I mean, let's look at the stats. So the armor value on these soft step boots is 118. I'm 218 as a grade 4. This is a regular set of the soft step boots, and it's got an armor value of 47. So, and it's minus 45 worm threat, and it's still minus 45 worm threat. So the difference, honestly, is just the armor value. But, and there's a handful of those on the map. There are usually 2. Sometimes I've seen where the map comes up like this and it doesn't, it's just not there. So it's not a guarantee that these are going to be out here every week. Mannequin Manor. Oh, goodness. Okay, so this is a great week. That's a shame it's already freaking Saturday. Mannequin Manor is one of the easier testing stations to do. And I'll show you why. We're actually going to go there. So E8. Boop. Nope. I don't know what that was, but I guess we're watching something else. Map. Come on, man. Somewhere around in here. Let's go see. Oh, worm just ate a ship. Got a long way to fly. This would be the time where, like, I would look for crashed ships. I don't normally come out to the deep desert and look for crashed ships on the ground because I know it's fake and it's in my head. But to be honest with you, if I come out here looking for something, I'm never going to find it. I go looking for something else and you stumble across them. I'll find more crashed ships when I'm looking for spice than I've ever found when I'm looking for crashed ships. Yeah, focus buggy cutter array, yep. Those caves are great. Even now, I'll run them. Super far into it. See? Look, see? Hover for just a bit. Make sure there's no worm sign. It's perfect. The only thing we're going to open is that one right there. Get as far away as humanly possible from your ship. Nothing a great import. Alright, back on it. Yeah, exactly. Yep. I'll probably find another one. I don't care to, and I'm not looking for them, but they'll be everywhere then. I find them a lot of times when I used to do spice mining with ornithopters before I got my crawler. And I would completely pack myself and this thing and my storage compartments on the Thopter completely full of everything. And then I would come flying around And I'd see 3 or 4 on the way back through. Like, yeah, of course I am. It's easier to replace it faster to go. I hate when the panel doesn't let you loot. As if I'm not stressed enough. Yep. Climb on the ship. You see me do that right there. I just did it naturally. If you jump onto it and climb onto it, and then just kind of monkey climb around, you'll be able to angle it. An improvised cutter ray is easier to replace and faster to go around the lines. Yeah. Doesn't result in as much for each scan, but you can get it faster. I could not tell you. Oh, nope. I could not tell you how long I've had this thing. Well, it had a max of 120. 121 when I made it, I think. I had this thing forever. Hello, friend. He found himself a spice field. Yeah, last week when I was doing the spice, last week, I think it was the week before, whenever, it blurs. Improvised cutter ray for doors and fallen ships, yeah. That makes sense. But when I came out here, there were at least 3 times throughout the course of the week that I loaded up the crawler, got all my fuel and everything, and I flew around, and the only thing I could find was remnant fields where somebody had already taken most of it out. And here I am, fucking blooms. Alright. So, testing stations out in the deep desert are always going to be in big rock clusters. So you don't have to go searching. You don't have to go searching in this or anything like that. It's going to be in a big one like this, or possibly that one over there. I did not look close enough to it. I think we are in EAS. So it should be this one. And same concept, just fly close to it, and you should see it on the compass up here. Also, when you stutter like that, for me, that means I'm close to one, as you can see there. I don't know why. But it's 200, so it's over on this side. Right there. Okay, buried testing station. And this one should be, if the map is correct, Mannequin Manor. Look, it's beacons. Isn't this a popular testing station? It is. Not because it's easy or hard, but because it's controllable. And I'll show you what I mean by that. So some of the testing stations, you go into it, it locks the doors, like the force fields turn red, and you can't get out until you kill everybody. And it does 3, 4, 5 waves of enemies, and it's like, oh my gosh. And it gets progressively harder, more of them, melee people, tight bases. It can be rough. This one's called Mannequin Manor because of all these like testing dummies and things over here. It's only 2 rooms. This one, which has 3 bad guys, and then the next one, which has 3 or 4. And these dingleberries do not make this hard at all. They give you the shots. They are. This is going to be Plastanium tier, so this has some effort involved in it. But sometimes these guys will be melee people. Sometimes they're just shooters. But they're dead. So all three of them are dead. Now these doors stay closed. There's one on each side. You can see that one back there. And this one on this side. This next room is going to have 3 bad guys. Sometimes there might be 4. Don't quote me on that. But there you can see there's 3 of them. Usually it's 1 chain gunner and 2 regular dudes. I will come out here. Oh, there's 4. So we're just going to shoot him because he's not paying attention and not doing his job. This guy's freaking out, so we're going to put some poison on him. And because our gun's super awesome, we're able to kill these guys rather easily from a distance. They're not too bright today. How are you not dead? So if you're coming in here and you're a tad bit undergeared, you're going to want to make use of this curved wall. You can use this for cover. It doesn't provide the best cover. They'll still be able to shoot you, but you can come over here if you're hurt, and this gives you some shielding until they come around the corner here. You can also just drop straight down here, and they pretty much leave you alone. So if you need shields or health, you can come down here and get it. Depending on how things are going, you might be able to jump up here. Use these pillars. I would not go down here because this is a dead end and you're going to get stuck down here. But depending on your situation, you just want to, you know, kite them, divide and conquer, put some poison on a person, and then when somebody dies, you know, now that's 1 less guy. There should only be 4 here. And he's dead. Once he's dead, access is granted. Come down here. And we want this. There are actually 3 reward rooms. It's hard to say. There are 3 reward rooms here. This is the first one. Got this chest in it. Got some nice stuff. Don't want to kind of look away at all these. Welding torch. I don't need those things anymore. I've got so many. And you'll be able to replenish some of your bullets, your darts. You know, 126 in a box. It's pretty good. But that's not the real reason we're here. I ran this testing station a lot when I was still in the duraluminum coming into plastanium stage. And once you get a familiarity with it, it's not bad. So we went left, coming back out of the main room. And there's a big chest over here. Yeah. Some decent materials. But that's still not the main reason that we came here. The main reason we came here is for this room. This is where the constellation chest is and other good things. Again, every time you come out and do them, you'll get some more research. There's 40 intel points. That's awesome. And what do we got? For us today, we've got forged chest piece. It isn't graded, but it's 291 armor value and a whole bunch of mitigation. You won't be able to make it until you've got some plastanium, and you're going to need some of that spice infused plastanium dust. But think about it, we just got that from a cave. We can get that on the way out, and there's some in this chest as well. You'll have to be able to make your own plastanium ingots. Everything else is pretty easy to come by. Plasteel composite armor plating might be a bit of a rough, and of course 83 spice melange is heavy, but this is a great set of armor. And in fact, this is I'm wearing a graded version, but this is where you can get that, and it's not that difficult of a fight. It'll take some time, especially if you're getting new into it, but it's only 2 rooms, and there's plenty of places to get cover and hide, and you can jump down inside that little place with all the plants, and you can just hang out. You know, if you need a break, if you're like, dude, this is crazy. using a spit dart so that you could poison these guys, because only one of them at most is going to have a shield, so you could poison the other ones and let the poison do the damage to them. Divide and conquer, use the pillars. It can get a little hectic. Just don't go down that side ramp where you're going to get basically pinned in there. Maybe if you can kill them on the stairs, you'll be all right. Technically, I try to stay away from that. Stay out in the open in the middle. But the rewards you're going to get from this is going to open up a lot more options for you. Here we got 10. So honestly, look, I'm carrying enough just from 2 places of spice infused plastanium dust to make these things. But yeah, these are really cool. Mannequin Manor is very easy to get through. Sometimes you'll even come through here and there'll be somebody else doing it. I've done that before. I've actually come in here just as a person is coming this way. So all I had to do was just run down there and grab the armband. But yeah, this room, plenty of cover. You can actually even fight these guys from in here if you really wanted to, and take care of them that way, which I've done many times. And then, like I said, once you get into that second room, no more than 4 bad guys. Use this little half wall for, for cover. You can come over here. One thing I like about this is, unless they've engaged you, they don't come walking down here. So it's a good way to split up the enemies, so like only one guy will come. Now the problem is, if 2 people see you, both of them are coming this way. But this could shield you pretty well, and if things start getting terrible, just come down here. Come down here and hide underneath the bridge. No one can get you. That way you could heal, you could let your shields come back, whatever you have to do. This is one of the better entryways to deep desert testing stations. And the rewards are pretty darn good. I would say this testing station and those Forgotten Caves were the 2 main factors getting me from the duraluminum into the plastanium tier. And now that they've got titanium styrvidium on the shield wall, where you could get a buggy just by coming in, build a small base, pack it in your backpack or your ship, bring out a buggy, mine it that way. Take a little bit of time, because, you know, plastanium dust, you don't get a whole lot of it, unfortunately. You usually get between 3 and 10 in those caves, and the same thing in the testing stations. But, you know, got to start somewhere. All right, folks, that is going to be it for a nice early stream. Might do this again, you know. Hey, birds. It's weird right now. It's like normally it would be 8 o'clock and I'd be finishing instead of coming up on 2. So, terrified and dying of losing everything while playing a survival game. I feel like I'm waiting too cautiously. You know, we do. And I'm the same way. I didn't want to lose anything. And like, I was heartbroken the first time I lost my crawler. I was like, no, gosh. I got jumped in the PvP zone back when the deep desert was just 1 and it was split. I got jumped by a guy, and he actually poisoned me with a spit dart while I was compacting. And I made it into the cockpit and was flying away, but the poison got me. So then I just fell out of it. And then he shot me with the spit dart and killed me before I could revive. And then he pulled out a las gun and destroyed my ornithopter, and then threw a thumper down. So, Wired, thank you for gifted memberships, dude. Appreciate that. That is super generous. If you get one of those, make sure you thank him. Say thank you, Wired. I got here late. I forgot about the early one today. It's all right, man. I was actually gonna do a normal stream, normal time, but Mrs. Rabbit needs me, and she wins. Sorry, guys. If you're married, you understand exactly where I'm coming from. We can we can upset them to a certain level, but some things are non-negotiables. So, but yeah. I lost my train of thought from where I was talking. Oh yeah, doing these early ones. We'll see if we can do this every couple months or every couple weeks. I'm not going to be doing it every week, but hey, Pickle. We will definitely see if we can get some of these in. Oh yeah, I was talking about the guy that destroyed my stuff, and I had to take a moment. I lost a thopter, lost all my gear, all my stuff. But you know what? You can get it back. You can get it back. If you've never been into those testing stations, just bring a respawn beacon. You'll be okay. However many times it takes. And the stuff that you get in there is going to make you better equipped to do not only that activity, but others. But you did notice the difference between the testing stations in row A versus that one that we just did, specifically how much it took to kill the guys. Oop, that was perfect timing. But yeah, hopefully that helps, folks. It's definitely good to spend some time. I got hit by lightning with no storm that knocked my thopter down. PvP. I'll tell Mrs. Rabbit that. I'll let her know. But yeah, we got a fun-filled evening, and we got to go see a dog too. I got a family member who's trying to work with a rescue dog, and got to see how it does with new people showing up. Maybe we'll see how it does with a cat. Hey, we did get at least one pattern tonight, which is tonight. We get one pattern today, which is great. So that is awesome. And I'll let you guys know if we're going to do something Sunday or if I'll just wait until Monday to do the stream. I'm not sure yet. We'll have to see how things go. But thank you so much, everybody. Definitely really appreciate you showing us that. Always right, but never. Absolutely. Thank you so much, everybody. It's fun doing an early stream. I guess I should say good evening or have a good night for those of you in the EU, and good afternoon for those that are local. But yep, I'll let you guys know what we're going to be doing. Take care. Look forward to the next one. Absolutely, guys. Happy to help. So, yep, that's going to be it for today. I'll let you know what we're going to be doing tomorrow. If not, we'll definitely be back Monday, normal time. But thank you for watching. Like, subscribe, share. They all help the channel out. And as always, I will see. Hey, Barf, Target, love your content. Thank you, buddy. You interrupted. That struck me so much. It interrupted my spiel. Whoa, that was a crazy sound. But yep. Take care. Make sure to catch the next one on time. That's all right, dude. No, you get here when you can. Thank you again for those gifted subs. That's awesome, Wired. You're one of the... Stop it. You're one of the best supporters we have. So thank you very much, dude. Stop. I gotta beat this cat up. He's gonna try to break stuff. Anyway, guys, thank you again for watching. And as always, I'll see you out there. Take care.